Let's talk about that for a second, because that's important.
Okay.
Forgiveness is important. And, goodness, transparent radio for the transparent community. Yes, indeed. So, so forgiveness, right? I'm not making this up, y'all. I'm struggling right here. Hold on a second. So, one more time. Forgiveness, right? Is
Right.
that's something serious. And if you that's for me, forgiveness is you have to just like not necessarily be okay. Like, yay, but just be okay with the fact that whatever you can't change, like the serenity prayer,
Right.
that's what forgiveness means to me. So, goodness. And it can be hard because my cup runneth over. I don't know if my cup running over, y'all. I'm gonna have to read this book first and find out if my cup running over. I think it's always half full though, so it ain't ran over yet. I don't know. I'm gonna have to read this book to see.
Gardel of My Cup Runneth Over, available now on Amazon. And you're listening to Barely Saved on Saved and Still Sexy, right here on GI Music.
This is Monet of Dream Bigger Productions, and you're listening to my girl Barely Saved on Saved and Still Sexy, right here on GI Music.
This is Indie Author Janeva Gardel of My Cup Runneth Over, available now on Amazon. And you're listening to Barely Saved on Saved and Still Sexy, right here on GI Music.
Forgiveness. What is the one thing you had to overcome or you had to forgive or overcome that you believe you had to forgive or overcome in order to get to where you are right now today as a person?
Well, I just named one of the big things that I had to
it's whatever
for about 2007. I was raped by a mutual acquaintance, and so it's something I didn't see coming.
Okay.
And I, for a long time, blamed myself. I should have realized what was going on. Things like that.
Okay.
How you can replay things in your head. And, like, I should have seen this, and basically, in retrospect, I got to forgive myself as well as the other person for doing what they did. And that's hard because your body has been, infiltrated.
Right.
And you're like, it's not only just your body; it's like your soul. You're like, wow, this happened to me, and I couldn't believe it happened to me.
Right.
So, because it's something that you look at, see on TV about, or you read about, and you're not seeing it happening to yourself. So that's one of the really big things I've had to try and overcome. I don't think I'm not saying I haven't, but how there still can be lingering things that happen that you don't realize affect you from something that happened, traumatic happening to you.
Right.
So every now and again I see something and I'm like, where does this stem from? Because I like to be analytical as well as just laid back person.
Right, exactly.
So, so I see every little thing here and there, and, I just have to keep, praying to God that He helps me to overcome it, keep walking this walk with Him in order to truly get past all that. I don't think about it every day because it's really not like that anymore, But I had to forgive me, and I had to forgive the perpetrator because I kind of knew him and, not really, really well because I met him online, and now I never really like to meet anybody online. Before I got married.
That's understandable.
Before I got married,
of course.
I wouldn't date anybody.
It was before she was married, y'all. Please hear this. Before she was married, okay?
Yes.
Your first lady ain't like that. All right? All right.
No.
Okay, we're just gonna say that.
So, it's just one of those things. I met him on Facebook. So it's like, I can't be doing that no more.
Right. Okay.
So yeah. So that's basically one of the biggest things I've had to forgive someone for. Because it was really something that I truly never anticipated happening. But
of course.
some things happen to you because, you know, you put yourself in a situation, or because it's something that is not necessarily for you or someone else, you know. So.
Oh, ain't that the truth? For real. That's the real truth. That's the salty truth.
Yeah.
You got to be able to eat that. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
She did not know I was going to ask her that question. I did not know that was the answer she was going to give. There was always one question that I just boomerang, and I got boomerang that time. So, I thank you for sharing. I thank you for your response. I really do. Forgiveness. That is important. Man, I was so mad when my dad left. I was like, dude, you said you was coming back. I'm going to say 25 now, for the record. I ain't 25, but I'm going to say 25 for the record. I'm going to be 25 for like 10 more years, y'all. Just hold on.
Yeah.
And so, I'm like, dude, you said you was going to come back. Where you at? Where you went? Where you at? You know? So I didn't realize I was going to have abandonment issues. Who does that?
Yeah.
So, you know, that showed up unexpectedly, and it made me, my abandonment issues went all the way around, because I would abandon people. I guess I kind of do that now? And that's probably why I like to travel. So I don't get to abandon them now. Like, no, I'm not abandoning you. I'll be back. It's just that I'm leaving and I'm really coming back. You know, but nah, Dad was like, I'm out. And he left. I did hear from him again when I was what? I don't know. I was 4. I heard from him again in 2006. And when he called, I was like, no, I take that back. He did call me on his birthday one year when I was in my teens. But when he called and it mattered, I was in my 20s. It was 2006. And, oh, crap. I just gave my age away. Some of it. And, some of it. Doggone it. And, he was talking. And I was like, hey. I'm thinking to myself. I'm like, hey. This is why you talk like this. Because you sound just like the man you don't know. Right? That was crazy. So, yeah. So, but once I hung up the phone, I no longer felt, I don't know. I no longer felt abandoned, I guess you could say. I felt like I could go and face the world and do whatever it is I wanted to do. In good reason, of course. But like I could just face the world and go live and be, not free, but I can go live and be me. Being me ain't always being free, to be honest, but I can go and be me, and it'll be okay. I can go and live and it's fine. I can live life. I'll be okay. I can do whatever it is that I want to do, good, bad, indifferent. I can do it and I'll be okay. Or if not, I still will be okay. Because I finally got to talk to my dad and had a better understanding of him or whatever. I didn't apologize for that letter I sent to him when I was in my earlier 20s though, because I felt some type of way because I hadn't talked to you yet and you was dead wrong. But I feel, after I talked to him in October 2006, I really felt better. And so it really is. That's one thing where I'm always like, always better, never bitter. So you have to know how to forgive yourself, no matter what the problem is. You have to know how to forgive yourself.
This is Monet of Dream Bigger Productions, and you're listening to my girl, Barely Saved, on Saved and Still Sexy, right here on GI Music.
It's all about yeah. It's all about forgiveness and see the rain, it's in the sky. I see the pain, it's in the eyes. Just a man prone to minimize. At midnight, I can hear the bitter cries. Love and hate, it's a thinner line. I see you swallowing your pride to pretend it's fine. I wish I would've seen this ahead of time. Then I could avoid all the pain that you feel inside. Can't sleep, all the memories. Crying out the kind like, would it ever leave? Don't remember me, what's the remedy? I don't wanna feel like I'm sleeping with the enemy. Man, this whole thing is bittersweet. I should forgive since Christ has forgiven me. Yeah, at least I know this in my head, but it's so much easier said. Yeah, they say forgiveness is a choice. Disappointment and anger give bitterness a voice, but swallow my pride and follow my God till I finish this course. Forgiveness is a choice. Disappointment and anger give bitterness. it's a voice, but I gotta swallow my pride and follow my God till I finish this course. It takes time, the minutes pass, erase the lines, you finish last. Cause you keep submitting to what's in the past, going through the same cycle like a spinning glass. And I know that it's a process, still trying to get past what your pops did. Yeah, now you feeling like a monster, explaining to the counselors everything your mom said. They cut you, Ginsu. God knows everything you've been through, how you been bruised. He's in tune, but forgiveness is the healing for them wounds. So you gotta let it go, let it go. It'll kill you if you let it grow. Unforgiveness is a poison, the choice is yours. I'm just a voice here to let them know that they say forgiveness is a choice. Disappointment and anger give bitterness a voice, but I gotta swallow my pride and follow my God till I'm finished on this course. They say forgiveness is a choice. Disappointment and anger give bitterness a voice, but I gotta swallow my pride and follow my God till I'm finished on this course.
The very last time he hit me, I vowed to never ever let anybody do that to me again.
He preached one thing but lived another, and had the nerve to call me a hypocrite.
He said I was his favorite, and this is how he shows he loves me.
After being married for 10 years, the test results come back positive.
She told me I was her only love, and then I saw her with her.
I thought she was my friend. How could she do this to me? Forgive them? Never.
You say I can't forgive and can't forget. They apologize, you can't accept, demand respect. Imagine that, when every time you sin, God canceled that. Yeah. And every time he's forgiven you, every time that you ate a piece of forbidden fruit. I know you've been abused, I ain't in your shoes, but I know if you let him dig up the bitter roots and show him love, you overcome. Loving enemies is part of growing up. Wanna hold a grudge, I know it's tough, but if Joseph the dreamer forgave his older bros, and Christ forgives and died for sins and likes to give life, though we ain't got the right to live, then we should know how to waive our rights to win. Whether a great or a light offense, gotta show him love. Forgiveness is a choice, it's a choice. Swallow my pride, follow my God till I finish this course. Forgiveness is a choice, it's a choice. Swallow my pride and follow my God till I finish this course. Swallow my pride and follow my God till I finish this course. Swallow my pride and follow my God till I finish this course.
This is Indie Author Janeva Gardel of My Cup Runneth Over, available now on Amazon. And you're listening to Barely Saved on Saved and Still Sexy, right here on GI Music.
This is Monet of Dream Bigger Productions, and you're listening to my girl Barely Saved on Saved and Still Sexy, right here on GI Music.
You mentioned that you're analytical, as am I. And we found out we have something in common. And as we continue to go on, I'm so excited because I don't get to meet too many people who are techie, right?
Right.
So, like, what interests you about technology? Like, what?
I don't know. Like, I just have to, I don't know, I have to understand how things, I don't know how things work on the phone mainly, like, especially with the computer too, because I'm like, you know, like I told you before, my last resort is to call anybody.
Right.
Because I'm like, it just seems, I don't know, sometimes computerized, like it's just, you know, how do I call it? Like scripted
right.
when they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
no,
I
it's more than that.
With things.
Yeah, it's more than that. Like, what is this? How does this work? And what do you mean? What happens if you do this? And if you did that, and what happens if you do it this way? How about that? No?
Yeah.
You don't want to do that? Okay, so wait a minute. I loved when, and the perfect example, because I'm sitting up here thinking about it too, it's so funny. So I worked at this place back home, 2000, 2006. Yeah, 2006.